One would never expect to see this in Singapore. December 2019, the world news was focused on an unknown virus which hit Wuhan, and then the rest of China. Just a month later, most of the Asian countries followed China to hell. I remember I had just organised a short overseas trip with some families to Malaysia, and just before we returned to Singapore at the Causeway, we heard it on the radio that the Malaysian government just issued a lockdown, and it will be in effect the next day. We were lucky to escape. Singapore followed soon. Back in Singapore, all the panic buying started happening, multiple times over the next couple of months. Also, from what I saw, most of the items are not suitable to store long term, so I wondered how they managed to finish that huge amount of eggs and milk. I once wrote an article on my Patreon regarding survival food. Probably will post in one of the links below. At that time, little was still not known about that virus. Initially, we were told to only wear a mask if one is sick. Then, within 2 months, everyone was told to put on a mask, and failure to do so will result in a heavy fine. This whole period also brought out the worst in society. There were COVID-19 related scams, masks which cost 10 times the price the usual, people filming and shaming each other online. We live in a very divided country. That aside, it also doesn't help that people, regardless of age, are still not taking it seriously. Then, the circuit breaker, which is our lockdown, begins. It became a vicious cycle. The more people refuse to follow the rules, the more infections we have. With more active cases, the big boys have to put in more security measures. Eventually, the big boys may introduce more draconian laws, such as forcing everyone to have a tracker on them. The virus also caused our economy to crash. I'm an event organizer, parkour and bushcraft instructor. Due to the lockdown, I became irrelevant in terms of making a living overnight. The entertainment and events industry is gone. Personally, I had no income for about 5 months. Ironically, I survived thanks to my survival skills as I prep in advance and have certain spots for fishing, foraging, and hunting. Thankfully, I later managed to provide some disaster preparedness consultation online and miscellaneous admin work. Various other industries fell one by one. The past couple of months also had the highest number of bankruptcy filed in Singapore's history. So, is the worst over? Which is the main question. As of the time this video is made, I don't think the worst is over. Sure, the community spread is supposedly under control according to our leaders, but we do still have active cases, not yet detected, still walking around outside, unknowingly spreading. The second wave in the history of viruses has always been deadlier. The damage done to the economy is also quite devastating, and the recovery would be long and tough, if it recovers at all. The world will never be the same again, and things will never be normal in a very long time. So yes, in short, there could be more infections, worse economy, a more divided society, extremely strict laws, and a possible second circuit breaker, Singapore's lockdown. Is there anything you can do right now? Initially, the second part of this video, I would like to talk about forming your own team or group to rely on. But I'm not exactly a fan of making such a long video, and it takes up quite a bit of my time. And really, I wouldn't say that I'm a YouTuber, but you'll be surprised how mentally tiring it is and the amount of effort to even film and make simple videos like this. And I don't get paid for this. But if you watched till this part and are keen, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned.